Aloha, everyone. Annie and I have agreed to try to split this time into some short periods. I would like to thank everybody for the opportunity to represent the botany department at the University of Hawaii in Manoa for this award for Dr. Abbott. I'll do my best in short time to acknowledge the botany ohana's respect for Dr. Abbott. She was clearly from the beginning a girl from Hana whose heart never really left the Hawaiian Islands, even though she lived for long periods of time away from Hawaii. This woman, from a scientist's point of view, was a true force of nature. She worked harder than anybody in the department, even into her late 80s. When she passed away in October, she had 2 active grants underway. We have some faculty who haven't had 2 active grants. She had a generosity of spirit that is unparalleled. And as an example, all of the books that she wrote, she received none of the profits. She gave those profits to various institutions as a gift in perpetuity, and that includes Stanford's publication. The La'au Hawai'i is a gift to the Bishop Museum. The Limuan Ethnobotanical Study Book is a gift. The proceeds go to the National Tropical Botanical Garden. So there was a generosity in her heart that was really, I think, quite remarkable. She ran at least 8 different workshops where she pulled taxonomists from across the Pacific to train them to help bring third world scientists to the level of what she had as her training from UC Berkeley and from the University of Hawaii. Many of these workshops were actually held either at Hilo or at Manoa. So through that effort, she really became so beloved by so many people that when we planned her 90th birthday, we couldn't find a venue big enough. We had, at least as I counted, 4 separate birthday parties. That, I think, is probably the side of her life that she would really want to have shared with you, rather than the accomplishments, which she did out of her interest, but I think also out of her love for the people of Hawaii and what Hawaiians have to bring to our culture as Western scientists and as citizens of the state. Annie.
Well, I think that what my mother would have loved most about this evening was just being honored, and once again, but probably the food would have been right up there too. Great dinner tonight, and my mother would have appreciated it. My mom could have been a tough customer sometimes because she was just, wanted the best out of everybody. And those of you who know her know that she could have some very high standards. But I like to think of when she was at Kamehameha schools. Her parents let her board there from when she was in 7th grade because she had 6 older Chinese brothers from my grandfather's previous marriage, and he was widowed. So they thought that it would be a good idea for her to go to Kamehameha schools to learn how to be a girl, because when she was enrolled in kindergarten, the first thing she did was turn around and deck the guy behind her for pulling a chair out. So Kamehameha schools was really good for her. When she was a senior, it was a great honor for the girls to get a baby from the community. And you just give your baby, 6-month-old baby, to the senior girls at Kamehameha schools. Can you imagine doing that now? Just giving your baby to some senior girls. But anyway, they were in senior cottage, and they took the baby, and each girl had it for a week, and so your baby was there for a month. And so after a week, the house mother would give you a review, and after her review, the house mother said, well, Isabella, you did well. The baby is well fed. They weigh them, everything. And, you did everything right, changing the diaper. You did all of that. You fed the baby. You took care of the baby. All of that was good. And my mom said, oh, thank you, because my mother, a big overachiever, and she knew she did everything right. And she said, but Isabella, there was a problem. And my mom's like, well, what? And they said, Isabella, you have to talk to the baby. And I think that that was a real wake-up for her. It wasn't that all about her. It was one of those teenage moments, you know, where you just go, ooh. And so I think she really took that in, just like she did in life, taking everything in as a lesson. If can, that old kind of lesson. And so she took it in. And I think that that is one reason that she was such a friend to everybody after that. She thought, you really do have to talk to people. You have to establish that relationship. And that's the part, not the feeding, not the changing, not the burping, but the friendship. And she really exemplified that through her whole life. If you knew her even this much, you were invited to her home for dinner. If you know, you were in need of anything, she'd give it to you. And I think that was what was so very special about her. The Molokai fish ponds, the Kaho'olawe project, all of this stuff, she just sort of did it. I mean, she was doing all this other stuff too, but she was very immersed in the community and would be extremely honored to get this award from the Alumni Association tonight. Thank you so much.